Gemini Nation, welcome to the special edition of the Gemini Reels. This is your boy Twan the Don. Same here with your boy Big Bo.
Yes, sir.
This is actually his show. And we are going to bring something just, again, off the cusp and at you guys. Because that's what we do. We don't have nothing planned. We don't plan. We don't do that.
This is purely unscripted and uncut, y'all.
That's right. That's right. So why don't you put your listening ears on, grab your snacks, and sit in your favorite reclining chair with your earphones on next to the wifey and enjoy this edition of Gemini Reels. All right, ladies and gentlemen, yes, welcome back to the show. This is your boy Big Juan, a.k.a. Twan Don from the Nubian Public Podcast family of studios here in the Gemini Real studio with your boy Big Bo. Look, this is going to be nice because Big Bo, I want you to tell them what you got planned for them, homie. What's happening?
Well, let's jump right into this, Gemini Nation. First of all, welcome everybody to the show. Thank you for tuning in again. Big Juan.
Yes, sir.
We had this discussion off the air. We was talking about how God has really blessed the both of us.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to start there first.
Oh, yeah.
God has truly blessed the both of us. I'm going to get into mine first, and then I'm going to switch it over. I'm going to throw it at Big Juan. But this is how God has blessed me. Remember in the previous show we was talking about how people in real estate was just dogging people and just doing people wrong. Well, let me tell you something, Gemini Nation. God has truly blessed me. It is in the making as we speak. The Gemini Real Studio will be relocating very soon. Gemini Nation, very soon. Because of the fact that God has blessed me with another location. Let me tell y'all something. God blesses people in mysterious ways, and it's for you to take that blessing and run with it.
But tell them this though, fam. God only helps well, I won't say only, but what he does is he helps those who help themselves.
That's right. That's right. I'm glad that. Did y'all hear what he said? I don't think they heard you, bro. Say it one more time.
God helps those who helps themselves. So do what you do, and God got your back.
And let me add on to what Big Juan just said, Gemini Nation. God has truly blessed me because your boy Big Bo has been on the grind. Bro, am I lying?
No, you ain't.
I have been on the grind for the past couple of weeks, finding a new location. Finding a place that I can call home.
That's right.
And God has stepped up and blessed me by sending his angels. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all a little bit of a story. I talked to a couple of friends that I worked with. And I asked them, do you know anybody in real estate? God sent an angel and said, yes, I do. Because of the fact that I was out here grinding, because of the fact that I was out here looking, because of the fact that I was out here doing the legwork, because my significant other couldn't. So I did it. Stepped up not only as being an angel of God, but as being a man. I'm a man before I'm anything. And I'm not finna let nothing stop me. You may knock me down a couple of times, but guess what? God just put those barriers there in front of you to walk over them.
Hey, and what does it say? When I get back up, you better not be nowhere in my sight, because I got you.
I'm trying to tell you.
Got you.
My beam is on you.
Because I'm running right through you. Stop it.
God has truly blessed me, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. Because there have been times where I wanted to say, no, I give up. Even during my Even as we speak, even doing my podcast, y'all done heard my previous shows. What did I tell y'all? At one point in time, I was finna say, you know what? I'm done. I give up.
Can't do
But
that.
God sent an angel, and it happened to be in the form of Big One, and he said, "No, you're not quitting. Do you know how good your shit is doing right now?
Mm-hmm.
You're not quitting, and I'm not finna let you quit. You have got to come up with the best reason in the world for you to quit right now. If you quit, if you come up with a good reason, and I'm with it, I'll let you quit. But until then, you're not quitting."
That's right. You can't quit. I don't have quitters on my team, especially in my empire. You quit, you done. That's it. Can't fuck with you. My empire, we don't do that. And that's exactly what it is.
Quit ain't even in our vocabulary.
That's right. And like I said, that's exactly what it is. It's an empire. People don't make it to empires and then quit.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
You're right. You're right.
So once you're here and once you're established, you're here. You in it for the long haul now.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
You in it.
2 years, almost 3 years in running, y'all.
5 for me.
And this man is going for 5.
You know what I mean?
5 years. That we, if you want to put both of our shows together, that's an equivalent of 7 years.
Yeah.
Almost 8 years.
Yeah.
Of me and Big One entertaining y'all. Before he even switched over to Big One, when he was Tawan the Don.
Yes, sir.
Think about all of this. Think about all of the shows that we have created together. Before Gemini Reels even was inducted into the NPP LLC, it was Nubian Public Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Nubian Public Podcast After Dark.
Mm-hmm.
Nights of the Don's Round.
There you go.
And then it was a couple other projects that he had started working on, but he didn't finish.
Right.
But now we have that, and the Cancer Files is now in the NPP LLC.
In effect, make sure y'all tune in.
Yeah,
Cancer
make sure y'all
Files.
please make sure y'all tune in to the Cancer.
Matter of fact, let me tell you that it is not spelled the way that you think it is. It is Cancer Files.
Cancer
The
Files.
Cancer Files.
The
Make
Cancer
sure
Files.
y'all tune in on that.
Yeah, definitely. Because you know what? My boy Big One has never disappointed at any point in time, and he's not going to disappoint.
Appreciate that. Yes,
But-
sir.
To finish off what I'm saying, the Gemini Real Studios will be relocating soon. And with that being said, I will be videoing this transition on my YouTube page. Make sure y'all check out Big Bo, Mr. Gemini on YouTube. And I appreciate all of the subscribers. Y'all have made my YouTube page blow up. And I cannot be more than grateful. But now that I'm finished with mine, I am going to switch this over to Big One. How has God blessed you, sir?
Well, number one, I opened my eyes this morning and took my first breath conscious. Yeah.
I'm trying to talk. Man, they didn't hear you.
No, they didn't hear it.
you. Say it one more time.
I opened my eyes and took my first breath conscious.
Hello.
And what I mean by first breath conscious is that I was able to understand that I took that first breath. You see,
Man.
now when people are asleep, that's a whole nother show. But I'm going to get into it just a little bit because we got some time.
Give him a little taste.
I'm going to give them just a little bit of what I go through and what I teach. When I say that to have said this. When you are asleep, okay, your thought process and all consciousness ceases.
Yes, sir.
Right? But there is a such thing as an adept dream. And what that means is you're dreaming.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. What that means is you're dreaming, right? seems like regular reality. You don't know you fell asleep. But in order to catch that adept dream is to be able to know that, hey, I'm dreaming. The minute you figure out that you're dreaming, your dream becomes a movie that you write, produce, and direct. You can take it any avenue you want.
Wow.
You hear me? So people often like to sleep because that's an alternate reality.
Did y'all just hear how he broke that down? Let me tell y'all something. Generation Y and Z, not to venture off into a different subject, but Y and Z. Let me tell y'all something. When you deal with highly intellectual individuals such as Big One and myself, you are going into a whole different avenue that you need to pay attention to.
You need to listen, because if you let this just go through this ear and out that other one, only thing that's going to be on your back is hair and lint, and that don't get nobody nowhere.
I'm trying to told you.
Hello?
Did they hear you?
Hello?
They didn't hear you.
No.
I think you need to say that one more time.
One more again. Only thing that's going to get you is a back full of hair and lint, and that goes nowhere. So what you need to do is just realize that we ain't telling you nothing wrong. I'm finna continue what I was saying, because I think I got the antennas going up on some of y'all.
I'm trying to told you.
You know, but most of y'all is still like, who the hell is these cats?
What is these
they
old heads talking about?
You know, let me tell you something. Again, when it comes to indirect and direct reality, there is a big shift in time matrix and difference. Do you know when you go to sleep every night, there is an out-of-body experience?
Yes, sir.
With that out-of-body experience, your dreams are going and being elevated into the third, the fourth, and the fifth plane of your existence. This is what the white man has been trying to keep from you, that you are so close to God, it ain't funny. And they know this, and they want to keep it from you.
Ooh, hold on. Let me stop.
You are so close to God.
Let me stop you right there.
Uh-huh.
This is what I've been telling y'all, Gemini Nation. Y'all do not realize
They don't listen.
how much power you really have at the tip of your fingertips.
Let me tell you, yes, sir.
Y'all don't realize how much power you really have.
Yes, sir.
But we're not going to venture off into all of that. That's a whole nother show.
That's a whole show, and that's like a 3-4 hour show.
I'm trying to tell you.
You know, I'm just going to give you bits and pieces of it, like right now.
But I think what the listeners really want to hear is, what is the main thing that God has blessed you with?
Life. And I'm going to say this too.
Besides life.
Well, there is no besides, because that is the main thing.
Yeah, that's true.
I woke up and I opened my eyes.
I'm trying to tell you.
But perks, as I like to call them, perks,
I love perks.
as God has given.
Pay attention, y'all.
All right. I've been out of work since November of 2024 due to an injury, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I've been trying to deal with it.
And listen, Gemini Nation, he just told me this, so y'all need to pay attention. Please continue, sir.
I've been trying to deal with it. I talk to God on a regular basis like I'm talking to y'all, and I talk to my brother. I talk to God the same way, because we are an image of God. So when you talk to God, you're actually talking to yourself, and he is actually within you. Let me continue.
That's right.
So I talk to God,
Excuse me.
and I say, you already know. If I'm out of work, I'm not going to be out of work no longer than 90 days.
I'm trying, man.
And I'm right back at it.
They don't get it.
They don't. But I'm right back at it. Dukes of Hazzard is passing, y'all.
Yeah, they ain't coming after us, though.
Okay.
Let us finish the show first.
Let's finish the show. Then we can hop them hills and all that. Anyway. So what God has done for me is that He's giving me opportunities, whereas I've got 2 major employers calling me back, looking at my resumes, evaluating my resumes.
Not one.
Not one,
but 2.
2 major employers are calling me. So tomorrow, I got to go down to one of them, talk with them, meet with them, fill out the paperwork with them, be at work 2 hours later. And then there's another employer that is seeking me right now that it was only the hand of God. He sent them at me. And I came right back. Yep, let's do this.
Let me tell y'all something, Gemini Nation. And this goes back to what I was just saying. God may not come when you want him.
He will not come when you want him.
But he's right on time.
That's right.
He is right on time. Just like in my situation, I needed a way to move forward. God said, okay, well, guess what? I'm going to give you that way, but I need to see if you are worthy. Not faith-wise, but mentally wise, physically wise. Can you withstand the obstacles that I'm finna throw in front of you for you to reach that path of righteousness?
I'm glad you said that, because people look at God as, those who believe look at God as someone who just decides to make a left at the corner when he wants to, go straight when he wants to, and then hit the freeway. No, that's not what God does. God looks at you, he evaluates you, and he sees what you can and can't handle. Remember, like your destiny was already written before you were born.
Absolutely.
Remember that. Did they hear it?
They didn't hear you.
I'm going to tell you that one more time. Your destiny was already planned before you were born. So before that seed came out of daddy nutsack and hit mama egg, you were already thought of by God. But here's the thing, where we think about us as a higher being next to God, with God, on a higher plane. We're not God, but we are made in the image of God. And what it was is, before we were born, we've already picked our parents.
That's right.
We've picked our appearance. We picked what we were going to do throughout our lives. And we've already picked how our lives were going to end. Let me clarify it. We didn't pick when our life was going to end, but we picked how our lives were going to end.
Whoa.
So God gave us that.
They did.
No, it's too deep for him, fam. It's too deep.
Listen, Gemini Nation.
It's Professor Stewart.
It's so deep right now. Y'all don't get it. Y'all didn't understand what the man just said. He said that we chose our paths. It's not that God has put this path and said, here, you're going to walk this path. This is how it is. This is how it's going to be. No. God said, this is the path that has been put before you. It's up to you to choose how you walk this path.
That's right.
That's what we mean. That's what we're saying. It's not for you to sit up here and say, oh, well, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to sell drugs. I'm going to pimp hoes. I'm going to do this.
You picked it.
If you pick it, you are going to have to deal with the consequences afterwards.
That's right.
Now, let's just say God puts this in front of you. Okay. I see that this man is trying to do right. I see that this man is trying to do the positive thing. I see that he is trying to do things in the right way in my image. But let me throw these obstacles in front of him just to test his faith. It's not an obstacle to keep you from doing it. It's an obstacle to teach you
what not to do.
How are you faithful to me?
That's right. That's right.
How are you committed to me? If you can overcome these obstacles and still be committed to me, Oh, I'm finna give you everything in the fucking world.
And it is a test. It is a test.
That goes back to the book of Job, y'all.
That's right.
Get it together.
We're running out of time, people. God is throwing all of this stuff in your face and in your path. And you stumbling over them. And then you go to jail, you do this, and then you get out and you do the same damn thing.
Yeah, God's not gonna fuck with you no more.
He's not.
Oh, you want to keep doing this, and then you get out of jail? I give you a second chance, and you gonna keep doing it again? Okay, you know what? Guess what? Now I'm turning my back to you because obviously you're not faithful to me.
Obviously, you turned your back on him because you're doing the same damn thing.
The man, they didn't hear you.
I mean, come on,
bro. They didn't hear you.
They doing the same damn thing. If God turned his back on us as a world, even as a country,
man,
we would be more fucked than we are now.
You'd be in World War V.
Hey. In the 10th plane right now. Like, what the fuck? Look,
man.
And I'm glad you said that. Look, we may be veering off of subjects, but we're going into subjects that you need to listen to. School can't teach you better than what you're hearing right now.
They teach.
You know, you ain't getting taught
Preach.
what need to be taught until you listen to us right now. The thing is this. You disobey in direct order. You can't do that in the Army. You can't do that in the Marines. You can't do that in the military. You disobey, guess what? There's consequences. You get court-martialed and probably shot.
I'm trying, or hung.
If not buried under the jail. What do you think God is telling us, man? God is the only being besides ourselves who are in the image and the likeness of God. God is the only one who can pull the plug at any time and erase that it ever existed. While y'all sitting out here playing,
man,
you playing.
They don't get it.
Stop playing.
They don't get it. But listen, we're approaching
we got that 20. I was finna do that 20.
We're approaching that 20-minute mark, but we're gonna come back to another subject, and I need for y'all to stay tuned and stay locked in. This is your boy Big Bo and your boy Big Juan. Stay tuned to the Gemini Reels. We'll be right back. And thank you once again for tuning in to this show of the Gemini Reels. Now, this show is going to take a little bit of a twist. Me and Big Juan was talking off the air about the accomplishments and the things that I've done getting myself to this, to almost 3 years of me podcasting. And I guess the one question that I presented to Big Juan before we decided to record was, Big Juan, what motivated you to bring Big Bo, me, so to speak, into this podcasting world? Big Juan, please.
Well, because I seen you in me. Just point blank. I seen you in me. And you know I know how to do a lot of shit.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
You know, a lot. And I seen you in me.
Really?
Yep. And I figured that if I can do it, I know you can do it.
I know bro could do it.
I know you can do it. You know.
I guess the main question that has always pondered in my head and that has always ran across my mind is, did you think from when I started, back in 5/24/23. I am going to remember that date until I die. Did you think that Big Bo, me, was going to get as far to this point to now?
Again, on the fence. But you showed it. You showed it. So I was on the fence with that. Can't lie. Can't say no. Can't say yeah. I was on the fence. Again, strictly because when it was introduced to you, how you reacted. So it's like, yeah, we gonna monitor this one. You know, we gonna follow this one and see what he. And I said that. Sure enough, your shit stank.
You did.
I said, we going to follow this one.
Crazy. Now, let me dive a little bit deeper in that. Was it because of the fact that was it the way that I progressed as a podcaster, or was it the way that I was gaining listens? Was it the way that I was gaining interest, or was it
that all plays
because
a part
I was just going to say that all of that plays into one.
Yep.
Because remember, Gemini Nation, when I first started out, in 30 days, I had accumulated 200 listens. Now that's in 30 days, just 30 days, and then right after that, we went worldwide.
And then you have to give kudos to the platform that we were using.
Yeah. A big shout out to the original platform. We're still not going to announce that.
Right.
But
big kudos.
Big kudos to the original platform that we was using. I had accumulated 200 listens.
It got us worldwide.
Within 30 days, and then went worldwide.
Yeah.
That all happened 2 days? 2 days after I had accumulated my 200 listens. And then... But
wait now. Don't mislead them.
Okay, don't mislead them.
Don't mislead them. You got to understand that the backing that this man had was working behind the scenes with that too.
You did.
You know what I mean?
The backing, let me tell y'all something, Gemini Nation. I'm glad that you brought that up. The backing that I had was, fuck that. I'm finna go all out. 110% by Big One. The man that you hear talking right now. The backing came from him. He said, bro, look at what you done within your first few days.
Mm-hmm.
And not to mention that my first few days was really just bullshit podcast, because my sound wasn't right, my voice wasn't matching my music, and he was coaching me on all of that.
I stuck behind you.
He stuck behind me the whole step of the way. Yeah. Now granted, it was a lot of stuff that I didn't want to hear, but it was granted that it was everything that I needed to know.
Excuse the GTA 5 and 6 in the background. Right. It'll pass.
Let us finish the show first.
Thank you.
Type shit. But it was because he went in on me, and he said now this is one thing that he probably forgot about. He came to me one day. He said, "Bro, now this is what we finna do. You got 2 weeks to get it together.
Oh, I didn't forget.
If you don't get it together, I'm done fucking with you." And guess what? This is what he told me on the phone. He said, "You got 2 weeks to get this shit together." And I done sat here and I done taught you all of this shit. Now, granted, Gemini Nation, this may sound like it's really harsh, but it was really a learning lesson that he taught me. He gave me some tough love. He said, "I can't hold your hand.
Yep.
You want me to hold your dick while you piss?"
Right. Not happening.
No, I can't do that.
Not gonna happen.
You got to get your shit together. Now, I need for you to get it together. If you can't get it together, you are out of NPP LLC. And guess what happened? I sat there and I said, you know what? Nah, I'm not finna let bro put me out of this shit. Let me do it this way. And what happened?
You did
A
it.
week later, I showed him my next show. This was my next following show. I said, bro, listen to this. And he listened to it. He said, okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
He said, bro, this is all I needed you to do. And guess what? After that show, I started doing more shows. My listens started climbing from 200 to 300 to 500 to 800. And when I got to my 1,000, my 1K, I went to bro. Because I was at 999. I said, bro, look what happened. This is when I was working at my previous job. Right after I got off of work, I came over to bro house. He was like, oh, I already know. You ain't got to tell me nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You done did it. I had reached 1,000 plays. And this man, I'm telling y'all this right now, this man said, you know what? I can't be no prouder than you. I can't be no prouder.
And now I'm out. Right?
He did say. He said, I'm done.
I'm out.
He said, there is nothing else I can teach you.
You reached your plateau.
You have done it. This is all I wanted you to do. I wanted you to do this, and I wanted you to make your show your show.
That's it. That's
and
all.
it is now your show.
That's it. That's all.
You call the shots now.
Yep.
And now look at me now, Gemini Nation. I am a COO in the NPP LLC.
Mm-hmm.
There are going to be some decisions that have to be made and have to be ran by me because I earned my spot.
That you did.
Big One, do you have anything to add?
Actually, I can say that you did. You earned it. You did it. You did it. And that's why I introduced that co-ownership spot to you. You did it. So, look, y'all listening to this man's show, y'all subscribers, pass the word on. Get even more subscribers. Pass the word. Now it takes off. Elon Musk ain't got nothing on us trying to send motherfuckers to Mars and all that shit. Y'all do this. Y'all listening to us. Y'all send us off. Send us to the moon. Get us some listeners. Get us some subscribers so we can continue to bring you guys what you want to hear. We can continue to just kick it. That's the show. The meaning and the basics. When I created Nubian Public Podcast, it was just to kick it.
And we have fun doing it.
We have fun doing it.
And this is going to be the final time I ask you this question. Oh, man. Gemini Nation and Nubian Nation.
Mm-hmm.
This is the question to Big One. And I'm going to ask this one last time.
You might get the same answer if answered at all.
I'm trying to tell you.
Just saying.
Why did you pick Big Bo?
So, I would like to really thank y'all for tuning in to
That's crazy.
the Gemini Real Show. Because like I just told him, you may get the same answer, you may not get answered at all. Thank you guys for tuning in. We are at our peak. We have to pay some bills. We will be right back. Bo, take us out.
Thank you guys for tuning in to the Gemini Real Show. We are going to be back with our closing segment. Thank you guys for listening and subscribing. Keep it locked.
This is the Gemini Reels.
Once again for tuning into the Gemini Reels. We appreciate that y'all have been subscribing to the show, that y'all have been chiming into this show. This show is going to be one of the biggest in the MPP LLC. We thank you guys. Make sure that y'all subscribe to Big Bo, Mr. Gemini. Subscribe to my brother Big Juan's YouTube page. And as always, stay black and stay positive. This is Big Bo, and this has been another episode of the